Okay, so this is going to be about some simplified plant anatomy that you need to be aware of. So plants, just like any other living thing, need to maintain homeostasis, that steady state equilibrium, so that it's able to survive. Here is a section of a leaf. Okay, I also have one in my classroom here. Section of a leaf. All right. The top part of the leaf, you might feel it in the leaf, but it's waxy. This is called the cuticle. It's the waxy coating that helps prevent that leaf from dehydration. Okay, so the cuticle. The next layer of cells that you see here, this is called the epidermis. You have an upper epidermis and you have a lower epidermis, okay? Next here, we have, this is called the palisade mesophyll. And also in here you have the spongy mesophyll, two layers or middle parts of the plant cell. And the palisade, along with the spongy, contains chloroplasts. These are the small little green organelles, the parts. You can see them in the figure as well. And they absorb the sunlight. They're the part of the plant that actually absorbs the sunlight during the process of photosynthesis, which we will talk more about. Next, here's the palisade, here's the spongy mesophyll. Within the spongy, this should say vein, by the way, if you want to add the V. These are the veins of the cell, and they're involved in vessel transport. So they transport things through the leaves, actually up through the root system. You'll find the vessels of the plants. So within the vessel system, we have xylem and phloem. And we're going to talk about what each one of these do in the next slide. Okay, let's go down here. Here's the spongy mesophyll, like I said. So up here, the palisade is kind of solid with no holes. In the spongy, you see the holes in it. Within those openings, this is where gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide accumulate. So they're within those openings, the gases of the spongy mesophyll. Lastly, on the leaf epidermis, you have these little openings with cells around them. And you can see them. If I go upside down, you can see them down here. Some of them are closed, some of them are open. Well, these ones are both open. They're on this model as well. The actual holes are called the stoma. And around the stoma, or those openings in the epidermis, they're called guard cells. The whole thing together, the guard cells plus the stoma, is referred to as the stomata. I included a real picture of a leaf stomata here. It includes the white guard cells around it and that opening. This stomata, the guard cells protect or allow it to open or close. And when it's open, things like the gases, oxygen or carbon dioxide, can diffuse in or out. And also water can go in or out. So those guard cells essentially protect the loss of water or the movement of gases. They can open or close because the opening or closing of that hole. Okay, next page, more about the vascular tissue, or the xylem and phloem. Again, in this image, the pink represents the xylem, the green represents the phloem. So you have these two types of vessels, and the arrows you can see. Make sure you note the arrows if you want to draw another arrow here. Okay. It's not that thick. Okay. Xylem vessel transports water, because plants need water, right? Transports water and minerals from the roots to the stems and the leaves, whatever needs the water. And notice the arrow is only going upward in one direction, so it transports from the roots all the way up to the leaves, okay? Xylem transfers water up. Phloem, on the other hand, note the arrows. We have an arrow going up, and we have an arrow going down. So it transports in both directions, a vessel system. It transports sugar, specifically the sugar that plants produce called glucose, and that it's transported in water that is made in the plants to other cells in the plants. So during the process of photosynthesis, sugar is produced in the plant, and the plant also needs that glucose, so it can transport it via or by the phloem vessels to wherever in the plant that sugar is needed.